Welcome to RCS. I'm Dan.
I'm Nick.
We're at Drivers Club.
We are, and in the same room.
It is weird.
It is weird.
I know. Echo.
It's like, you look very Idahoan.
I feel very Idahoan.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's funny. I heard somebody told me that McCall is going to stop doing Airbnbs.
I'm not surprised.
Because it's so many people are renting out their houses that nobody's going to the hotels, and therefore people that work at the hotels can't afford to live there. I was like, that's interesting. So
it's kind of a weird small town like that. I wouldn't be surprised at all, actually. The first Airbnb I stayed at, they were actually listing it. Like, we were the last people to stay there.
Oh, okay.
And they were selling it. And I think a lot of people there are doing the same thing.
Just getting out.
The market's so hot, they're easy to sell. But it's kind of interesting. It's a weird spot. I loved it. I honestly had a pretty hard time coming back.
I can see why. You said it looked like you had some pretty good adventures up in the mountains. And
oh, man, the videos didn't even come close to showing it. Like I said a couple of episodes ago, like, you just see a road and you're like, I wonder what's up there. 3 hours later, I'm still up here.
Haven't hit a deer yet, so you're good. So this is places that you hadn't been before.
No, I'd been to a single one of the drives I posted, and there was one. I looked at this local drive. I was like, oh, this place is close. It's it's a tower up by the ski area resort there, a fire tower, which I like going to those because there's usually good views and stuff. And it's I went up to Goose Creek Falls, and you just fall up the road a little longer. It's like 10 miles, right? Yeah, 10 miles. Of all the roads I went on up there, that was the one where I literally had to put the truck in crawl mode to get through it. And I was by myself because I'm thinking, like, this is like right outside of town. There's no way this is going to be that bad. And I'm seeing like 20 people on this road, right? Oh no. It was like, the Raptor had to get used like it was designed for once versus just going on a gravel road.
How are the roads there as far as width? Like when we took the Raptors up on the Overland Trail here, like we had some width issues.
Not a problem there.
Not there. Okay.
They have trails that would definitely be an issue on, but there are so many options for those that don't because it's so well traveled by off-roaders. Like, I mean, like when we've been there, you've noticed all the side-by-sides, but they are everywhere up there. If you get out of town, it's like every campsite has one. And so there's two direction on those, and those guys are really cool. That was the different thing. It's like, even when I was in the middle of nowhere, people were just oddly nice. Like, everybody just slowed down to a crawl when they go by campsite. They take their time to make sure everybody had a spot.
You're not kicking up dust and things like that.
Yeah, and so it was like, it's just a different way of life. And yeah, I had a really hard time coming back, honestly. I was like, this is much more me.
I think we're just not used to having hospitality with the way the world is, and then people coming out of it. And like, I was in I think Safeways a couple days ago, and I literally started a conversation with a guy in line, and he looked at me, he goes, thank you. And I go, why? He goes, I'm not used to talking to people out there. And I was like, well, okay. I was like, dude, we're talking about cream corn.
People still look at me around here like, and I haven't worn a mask in a month. Like in Idaho, you would be like, what is wrong with you? Why are you wearing a mask? For like, it's small town, say what you will, but the restrictions have been lifted, so we're past that now. But here, like I said,
for now,
yeah, until they need another crisis or whatever. Anyway, but here though, like I said, I might as well be open carrying an AR-15 when I walk into a store. People are still looking at me like I'm insane.
You could kill them just as much with that, with the virus.
Oh yeah, I'm like, it's just weird. But it was so nice to be in a normal setting. And normal, I mean, like, people are nice, people friendly. Like, you can talk to people. Like, everybody talks to everybody there. So small town living.
Somebody, I don't know who brought this up to me. It might have been even you. You notice that on the commercials now, we're not hearing any more of those 23andMe commercials because now that they've swabbed all of us for this stuff, they have all of our DNA. They don't need it anymore. No. So
that's funny.
It's a little scary too.
Like, yeah, we got everybody. We don't need any more.
We're good. Yeah, we don't need to swab you anymore. Yeah.
I suppose we should talk about our sponsors, which we're very, very thankful for. We're brought to you by Avants, Carter Subaru, and of course we're recording at Drivers Club, back to normal, and of course the exclusive car care provider of Rain City Supercars, Griot's Garage, and then Haggerty, Rainier Beer, America's Automotive Trust with an in-kind sponsorship, and Salvo Design.
I wasn't ready, like we were doing it when we were away. That's why
I just grabbed the phone.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know them, but I'm not. I don't remember. I'm the bottom line, and I'm grateful for all the sponsorship.
We should talk about America's Automotive Trust, though.
Well, there's been a little transition from things. Yeah.
You want to?
So,
break the news?
Yeah. Krissy, our very good friend who has worked at LeMay for
7 years?
As long as I know, 7 years, is now transitioning as of, I think, I got to put that a different way. She's moving jobs. Right. And she is the new, you got to be careful what you say these days. She is the new events and community coordinator for Avants.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm nationwide. So like here, Portland, Colorado, and I'm sure that she will help them conquer the world from there.
Yeah, I'm hoping Utah next because there's such a huge supercar community in Utah. A huge car community, period, in Utah. Not just off-road, but Utah has a huge car community. People don't know about it, but it's there. I mean, like, some of the biggest exotic car collections are in Utah, of all places. And if you've been there, you'll understand why, but I'm hoping they break into that market. But congratulations, Krissy.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. I think it's, I know LeMay misses her. They gave a wonderful speech telling her goodbye before the Alfa Romeo drive on last Saturday, but she's on to bigger and better things, and we're excited for it. And it makes it so easy that she transferred from one sponsor to another. So,
yeah, it's been a big week in the car community. Period. Well, because things are opening up.
Big month.
Yeah, it's just. It seems like there's an event almost like 3-4 times a week now, and I'm like dying.
Any excuse to get the heck out of the house, get in your car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of funny. Like there's so much going on. We'll talk about the Avants stuff at the end of the show like we always do because there's a lot going on with Avants. But then exotics has been booming, of course. And now that the like insane weather is over.
Did you hear about the TikTok? And
yeah, I did. I was going to touch on that, actually.
I ran into that on accident.
Me too.
And did not even realize it until I was starting to look around that was because I've never seen a security guard dressed like that.
Yeah. They're contracted. They don't work for Redmond Town Center. They contract through Redmond Town Center.
Apparently, she doesn't work there anymore at all.
Yeah, she doesn't work for the company.
So, if you don't know, I mean, and it was... without knowing both sides of it, I think it happened Saturday afterwards. A young man took a video of a woman who's a security guard there telling him to leave. And the thing about those videos is you never know what aggravated the person before the video started. Because I feel like everybody goes into a video and then you have a security guard that's screaming at you. You don't know what was said before the video started. So
yeah, I'm sure she was out of line because of the tone that was taken, but I'm sure there was some events that led up to that happening. That's the thing I'm not letting them off the hook for because I don't see the 5 minutes prior to that. Yeah. And if I did, it was probably them revving like idiots. I have no idea. I'm just speculating.
I think they were there at the end, and I think that he was there in an M3, and he was being very calm in the video, which makes me think he probably wasn't before. So, again, we don't know. But
we don't know.
I know that Exotics has addressed it already and put out we'll say a press release about it. But, randomly, I mean, I will say I'm one of those people, I go to bed at night and I start looking at TikToks because it makes me laugh. And I ran across that, and it's one of those things like where I wasn't even necessarily paying attention to what was happening. I was looking in the background going, but that was like BJ's, and like, oh, yeah, there's BJ's all over the country. And then like, oh, that looks like, wait a minute. Like
that is Redmond Town Center.
Redmond Town Center. So, yeah, kind of a, local famous thing. I don't know. So
as we go back to it, behave at car shows, please.
Yeah.
Well, no matter, I don't know who's at fault in the video. It could just be a guard having a bad day. It could be them. I don't know. But either way, behave at car shows because that's what gets them shut down. That kind of bad press for Redmond Town Center, even though it's more about the person, it reflects back on the show that it's associated with. So just be on your best behavior. Drive like you're in a school zone and there's cops at both ends. That's how you go to a car show. You're in a school zone, there's cops at both ends, and they don't like you.
That being said, there are cops everywhere right now. I mean, they are out on their motorcycles. I mean, they weren't during the heat, but other than that, they are back out, and I'm watching people getting pulled over left and right for stuff that's just ridiculous. But be careful. Yeah. Yep. And as to our I guess, and I wouldn't say ex-employees, ex-friends, not ex-friends. To all of our friends at Exotics, and everybody works hard on those guys, and those the volunteers they don't want to see stuff like that.
No.
So,
yeah, that was quite the video, though.
It was surprised. Like, I mean, I obviously, I think as much as it is the way the computers target us, I don't realize it until it happens. And then I laugh it off, or I'll be sitting there talking to Sarah, and I'm like, I need milk, and all of a sudden these milk ads come up and things like that. So I don't know. It's just like being walked through the door like a blind cow. It's okay. Come on in. No, it's not meat.
Yep. Thanks, phone spy.
Yeah, right? I mean, to my future robot overlords, I do, So,
I, for one, welcome her.
Exactly.
I think it's insect overlords from The Simpsons, but it applies to a lot. Yeah.
We were trying to figure out last night, that phrase, it's like, I want to stop digging, Grandpa. Well, too damn bad. We had to figure out. It came from the movie Holes. Like, I haven't seen that movie in years.
I love that movie.
Yeah. It's too damn bad.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we actually went out, and, where across the lake from where you used to live, where the sandbar comes out. We went and hung out there yesterday. It was so nice.
Yeah.
So nice. River's really cold. Lake is really warm. So if you sit in the middle, it's really good. So, yeah.
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 It's Man, so I did all this exploring. I'm going to get into our Cartage Subaru tip of the week because it's this was one that I didn't do ahead of time, even though I was told to, and I regretted it a lot.
Oh.
I probably single-handedly put someone's kids through college at the car wash in McCall. I also probably went through way too much of the pre-spray, the Griot's.
The bug off, or what's it called? But I knew you were going to do that to me too.
Yeah, I know. It's the insect repellent. It's a bug guard.
Yeah.
You put on.
I think it's called bug off or bug guard. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you spray it on your vehicle after if you're going like on a road trip. It's not. It leaves kind of an oily finish on it. It's not for like a finished product for show. It's a product that's functional. And so I used a ton of that on the front of the truck. Thank God. What I didn't do is listen to Todd, and he told me to put a thicker tailgate seal around the tailgate of the truck.
I remember him saying that.
He did. And I meant to order it, and I forgot to, and I kept forgetting to, and I didn't think much of it because it's not like I carry a lot of stuff in the back of the truck, so I wasn't too worried about getting really wet. And
how much of Idaho's dirt did you bring home?
Every time I went for a drive, there was so much dust in the bed of that truck that it was like bleeding mud every time I washed it. From every like crevice of that truck.
I'm surprised you didn't jimmy rig something, 100-mile-an-hour tape or something.
I went to the hardware store looking for do they have canopy tape? Is there any kind of foam tape?
Sure.
Nothing. And anytime I ordered something online, small town fun, like even in Snoqualmie where I'm at now, and we'll talk about that in a minute, it takes like 4 days to get Amazon Prime. They're like, 2-day delivery, 4 days later it'll show up.
Yeah.
When you're in McCall, it's like 14 days later and hope it shows up
Eventually.
and hope it goes to the right address.
Sure.
Like I couldn't, the second place I stayed at didn't even have a verified address. But point being, you can get this stuff dirt cheap on Amazon or anywhere that has truck parts. It's like $20 a roll, and it's all you need. But I literally I made the mistake of having my recovery rope, some chairs, and what else was the last thing I had back there? Something else back there. They were so covered in dust, though, like I'd pick them up, and just like a cloud of dust would fall off them into the bed of the truck. I eventually went through the Touchless Car Wash, which I don't recommend, by the way. Like, it's not good for the products on your car, but when your truck is this dirty, you just kind of suck it up. And I just rolled the bed cover open and laid things out in the back and went through the car wash.
I mean, it works as long as somebody's there to flip it over in the middle of the wash. But yeah.
Yeah, no. And then I drove around again, and then I'd go through the drive-through car wash, and then I'm reapplying all my products because all that crappy wax and stuff they put on the car. But I needed the undercarriage spray, and it was just like I was in a pinch. It was in the middle of nowhere, whatever.
Is our favorite car wash there still have the most powerful spray ever?
Yep.
Good.
Two-hand wash wand, and like I was laughing because I went through there with Shauna, and she's heard me talk about it, but she hadn't done it, and so like if you just hold it regularly, you're like, it's pretty powerful, but it's nothing, I don't know why you guys are talking on the show. It's not that. Yeah. And I'm like, no, just squeeze it like a little bit harder, and it's like,
yeah, I can see the other side of the car.
Yeah.
Great.
I think I removed all the emblems.
It's okay. It's so much easier to get the goof off. Yeah, nice.
But yeah, it was. Anyway, if you have a truck, especially a Ford, I'm calling Ford out here. This is a bad design. Get one of these if you're going to do a bunch of off-roading in the dirt. If you're in the desert like Moab, this is like you can see the dust cloud for a mile, and because I have a Raptor, I wasn't exactly off-roading slow in a lot of spots.
Surprised.
They have 50-mile-an-hour dirt roads in Idaho. 50 miles an hour, gravel road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
really fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, and? I mean, they don't have them here, but we still do it. Right. So, I mean, it's the same thing. Allegedly. Yeah.
So get one of these tailgate seals. It would have saved me a ton of time and cleanup, and it would have, I had to literally pull the chairs out, hose them off, dry them off, because they were just dust falling out of them everywhere.
Did we get back with all of our original windshields?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's a new accomplishment.
I got like a tiniest little chip. It's not even like a chip I would fill. It's like a little chip. That was it. And I varied the route there and back to kind of avoid some construction for once. But
and the trailer stayed together?
Yeah, it required a little work.
Well, I know who built it. Of course it did.
Well, not because more because it was a Harbor Freight trailer than because of how we built it.
Well, that's what it does. Okay, both.
Yeah,
okay.
I think one of the wheel bearings is going bad already, which is like a $5 part. So whatever.
It's got to have 2,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm using it, and I'm using it every day right now.
Sure.
So yeah, and I came back to the world's worst heat wave, Seattle's worst heat wave, literally.
Did you get here on Monday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Oh, so you got to experience Monday.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah, and so I got a luckily hotel for 2 days instead of getting to the house. Thank God, because we needed a place to work, and like there's no slowdown when you're working. When you're working remote, you're just working.
Yeah.
And so thank God, 'cause it was awful, and all the hotels sold out like immediately.
Yeah, there was a. I kind of knew who it was. There was somebody on my floor she was very vocally screaming at her boyfriend in the hallway to go get an air conditioner and calling him a few names, and like to the point where I wanted to open the door and be like, you should just look at him and be like, come in here for a second, like,
yeah,
don't kill her. But yeah, it's been like I went to the store on Sunday and it was like there was no water, there was no teas, nothing. It was kind of. I think there's been some deaths, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Well, when it's 115 degrees out in some places, I mean, it's sad but true. It's like, oh, hey, look, I'm back in Arizona.
I thought
August.
Was it Monday or Sunday or Monday? I had taken the monkey out last week with David for a ride and really gotten some dirt road in on the new tires and decided I was going to go clean it. And like I'm riding there, I'd ride through shade and I'm like, oh, this is not bad. And then you'd ride into the sun and it's like, oh my God! Like it was so bad.
The Wabder's going to feel cold to us.
I'll be fine with that. Yeah, I'll be fine with that. So it's that's going to be.
Oh, God. It was. So I got a new helmet. You guys all saw my Spaceballs helmet. We talked about it before.
Did you see that they're now using that helmet in the new Honda Monkey ad?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, yes.
I saw that and I was like, hey.
Yeah. I saw that after I bought it. Thank God. But it was so tempting. I never did it. I didn't do it once. I promise. I swear to my mom, I never did it. But there's no helmet law in Idaho. Yeah. And when it's that warm and it's that short of a ride, man, was it tempting to just be like, I'm going to throw on a hat.
Yeah.
I didn't. I squidded it up all the same with shorts and a T-shirt, but I'm on a monkey riding through town. Judge me all you want. But I wore the helmet.
I went out, and this is for the bigger bike. I bought I actually bought motocross boots. I brought Alpenstar Tech 3s.
Oh, good boots, yeah.
You cannot, do you know that when you sit on a monkey, your knees are so high that you can't use motorcycle boots?
That's right.
Shift? I found that out. It's a very short ride. I was like, I'm going to try it. Oh, that's not going to work.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going to wear my hiking shoes.
Well, no, I mean, I bought it for the new bike. I didn't buy it for the monkey, but I thought, I'll try it because, good ankle support, and that being said, and speaking of safety, I'm literally rode a bike here. I'm wearing shorts and tennis shoes. So I know I shouldn't have done that, but yeah, it was too nice of a day.
It's too hot.
Yeah.
There was an interesting thing. I'll look it up. I'll just post the link at one of these points because I think it's one of the best quotes I've ever seen. I probably shouldn't use the quote because it's a politics thing. But they said there's the way people are and the way we want them to be are two different things. And we will always be the way we want to versus we will always do the way we are versus the way we want to be. Mm-hmm. And so it's like we can say whatever we want about but yeah, day like today, there's no freaking way I'm putting on all my gear to ride my monkey. I don't care what anybody says. No.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
there's authentically us. Screw it. It's 85 degrees, 90 degrees out. I'm not putting on.
Well, I think it comes down to the do what I say, not what I do kind of thing. Like, yeah, you should be protected and you should wear protective gear and you should, have the. And I mean, I will say it around here. I've seen a lot of people that have been out riding and they are in full gear, and I get it. But I'm also like,
yeah, if I had a sport bike and if I was doing pass blasts or something, but at 25 miles an hour in the sun, I'm not going to put on leathers. Sorry.
What's the quote? You must smell like burnt feet wrapped in bacon.
What the heck is an aluminum Falcon?
11-foot light bright. Yeah. So yeah. Good. Yeah.
That's a good time for our first break.
Yeah.
We got some good stories. We'll be right back.
We spend an average of 8 hours and 41 minutes a day facing screens. Laptops, smartphones, tablets, even digital refrigerators. But what are we really connected to? Isn't it time you connected to something greater? Sometimes the best way to connect is to disconnect. This moment of escape was created by Hagerty for people who love cars.
And we're back. In automotive news, and this is kind of neat because Dan and I actually got to meet him about more than a month ago because you've been gone a month, probably 2 months ago. Randy Prost went back to Pikes Peak. If you don't know, last year he took a Tesla Model 3 and then decided to take it off-road. But this year, Tesla gave him, I think even before they announced it to the rest of us, a brand new model of the Plaid. And he took it to Pikes Peak and won. And I will have Dan post the video, but it's absolutely hilarious because, and we'll get it from Randy's channel because he's talking about the car and everything they did. And they really took that car from Tesla. They stripped it out. They put in some suspension from these, I forgot the name of the company, and tires, and they went and won this. I mean, there's a wing on it and some things like that. But during the time he's pulling up to the start line in the car is playing the Spaceballs scene. We're like, they went plaid. And like everybody had all these the symbols on their clothes. So it was really cool, actually. Dan, like I said, Dan and I got to have dinner with him a couple of months ago, thanks to Tina Chow and Carl and all those guys. So it was neat to see him do that. And apparently, and you would know this better than me, it was nice on the bottom. It was snowing up top, so they only did 2/3 of the race. They changed the finish line.
Yeah, that's funny because as we go through this insane heat wave, still snow in Pikes Peak.
Well, I mean, you had snow in McCall.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so
3 weeks ago, it was snow on a Friday morning, tons of it, then 90 degrees later that day.
Yeah.
Great. Or that weekend.
Speaking of stupid people doing things on motorcycles, have you seen this? God, I forgot what the name of the
Andy and it's Revzilla did it this time. It's the same guys who did the monkey run in Baja.
Yeah. They built the motorcycle from Dumb and Dumber, and they drove it all the way from Nebraska to Aspen, which apparently Dumb and Dumber was not filmed in Aspen. It was filmed in Breckenridge. But one of the best videos I've ever seen.
Ari and Zach are their names.
They literally went through 4 rear tires, which were lawnmower tires.
Yep.
And did it the whole way. I do not know. There's multiple videos of them being followed by police, and nobody pulled them over. But, I mean, dressed as Lloyd and
Harry and Lloyd.
And it was one of the best things I've seen. I mean, and I thought we were going to go do something stupid on the monkeys. But
yeah, way to one-up us. I mean, the same guys who did Baja on monkeys did this on the mini bike together. Like, not 2 mini bikes, 1 mini bike. They recreated the whole thing.
They built it.
Yeah, they built. It's hilarious to watch. It's the commentary is really funny too. But man.
And I think initially when they started off, they were supposed to get like 70 miles to the gallon tank, and they were only getting like 30, and then they
rejetted on the side of the road, and then got like up to about 60, which is hilarious.
I was just laughing hysterically, but yeah, and working on the bike in the hotel room. So if you haven't seen it, we'll post the link up. But it was a great video. Again, stumbled across that on accident too.
Yeah,
so
that was. Those guys, Ari and Zach, were the inspiration for the Monkey Rally with the Baja run. So I'm glad they're still at it because this is one of the funniest videos I've seen in a long time. I was like, okay, I'm not going to sign us up for any 2-man mini bike cruises to anywhere. Don't worry.
I mean, if I had to do it, I would do it with you gladly. But would just build the stereotype everybody believes. So
I know. Yeah. The 2-up on the electric scooter wasn't fun. I mean, it was fun for a short while. I don't know if I'd want to go 400 miles on a mini bike with you.
I mean, the scooter was great.
To be fair,
the look on the Uber driver's face when he came and found us all dressed up in the middle of nowhere with a scooter down the street that we walked away from, that was the better part. So yeah, the good old days.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying we shouldn't.
I know. Yeah, exactly. There are women in our lives that would stop us now.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, mine would probably just shake her head at me and be like, "You're an idiot. Go ahead."
Yeah. Not paying your medical bills. Fine. God, this place is a prison.
By the time you guys hear this, it will be 4th of July.
Well, it won't be 4th of July yet, will it?
I think
4th of July is Monday. Because tomorrow's the 1st.
Yeah, so we won't have a new episode between then. So this will be the 4th of July episode-ish.
Oh, okay. Well,
there won't be one after that.
I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, technically this comes out on the 2nd, but happy 4th of July.
So in good American news, people are taking delivery of their Broncos. I've been seeing a bunch of that pop on YouTube. I can't wait for the 2nd gen where they fix all this stuff. Thank you to all the guinea pigs out there who ordered one and will be breaking things so I don't have to.
I'm wondering if they may. I mean, I know there will be issues, but I'm wondering if they found a bunch of stuff and fixed it before. I'm wondering if that was part of it. Like I know there was
God
part
knows
supply
time.
But I mean, I think that I heard there was a few people that had talked to their lawyers about delaying their Bronco delivery. So I'm seeing the sports everywhere.
Yeah,
this kind of look like a fun little vehicle.
Yeah, I'm sure they're a great little runaround.
So,
and they got the new truck coming out. The what is it? The
Maverick.
The Maverick, which is a good
little
runaround. Yeah, we talked about the good truck, but
which I actually think would be kind of a neat thing.
Yeah. But the article I sent to you earlier today, I thought it was appropriate, and because I was curious as I was driving around Idaho and like. America Central. Everybody's still flying their 2020 Trump flags, which is kind of funny and oddly nice. But anyway, 10 most American cars and trucks you can buy today. And I was curious, like, of the cars out there, which ones are actually the most American? Because it's not what you think. It's not all Fords and Chevys and GMCs. In fact, it's not. A lot of it is not.
Number 10 kind of, I was like, huh?
Yeah, number 10 surprised me a lot. It is a specific of all things Mercedes-Benz. Number 10, GLE class, but specifically
the American Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the GLE 350, though. So, alongside the GLS.
Baby Benz.
Yeah.
Is it the GL? Is the GL the big one, or it's the smaller one? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The photo looks like the small one, but I thought the GLE was the big one. But again, Mercedes has done the same thing BMW did. It used to be so easy to figure out what a Mercedes was, and now who knows?
Yeah, so exactly. But they're made in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with a 69% American and U.S. Canadian parts content. They didn't quite break it down too much, but the engine is the engine is U.S., the transmission is Germany. But surprisingly,
which is interesting to me because I would think that Mercedes-Benz, being as anal as they are, that all their engines would be German engines. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Did not know that, actually.
You want to take the next one?
I hate this car.
Me too.
I absolutely hate this car. I hate this car for a lot of reasons. It's the Chrysler 300. And the Chrysler 300, the reason I hate it is because it's a Daimler Chrysler, and then the entertainment system that came in the Chrysler is in the Maserati, and I hate it. But the 300, when it came out, was like, I remember people just getting all the, putting 24-inch rims on it and
Bentley on a budget.
Oh, Bentley on a budget. I mean, or people putting the Chrysler front end on their Dodge Challenger or Charger, stuff like that. But it obviously it's a great. I think it would be a good road car. I mean, you've got the 3.6 liter V8 or V6.
That's the U.S. one.
That's the U.S. one.
The V8's Mexican.
C.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say.
Which
V.
a lot of cars are made in Mexico now.
Yeah. But again, U.S. Canadian content 69%.
Yeah.
So,
but it's funny thing is it's made technically in Canada, but it's 69% American Canadian parts. So.
But I think, and I've never actually seen this. Would be kind of an interesting road trip. I think there are so many factories right across the border in Canada, like to the point where they're not deep into Canada. They're right across, like Michigan.
Yeah, they need to be for expensive shipping. Yeah.
So, I mean, is that technically still? And
I mean, it's just America Junior.
I mean, and how you've brought it up. How many Fords are sitting in a baseball field waiting for chips just so they can start? Like, I mean, so because of all this, so yeah.
The next one doesn't even surprise me, honestly, because I've been to Japan, and there's no way this car would fit.
No.
And so the Honda Odyssey, it's made in Torrance, California. The plant is in the plants
Lincoln,
are all
Alabama.
over. Yeah, Alabama, Ohio, Indiana, North Carolina. Honda has plants all over the U.S. Honda's big in the U.S. That baby just tips the other two at 70%.
I have to say, I will not be going out and buying a booger barge, but I see the appeal of it. Not necessarily having something that doesn't have children, but I could see the being able to tow things and store things and take large objects that like, for example, a 10 by 20 awning that says RCS on it that doesn't really fit in the back of the Subaru. So yeah.
I don't think we should get a minivan, but I can understand the appeal because I'm old.
Could we get that Dodge that they put the Hellcat engine in?
That I would do.
That one I would. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold my beer. Yeah.
Funny but true. The Acura NSX is built in Marysville, Ohio, as well.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they were building it in Japan and then shipping it over here, or I thought at least they were building some of it over there. But yeah.
Yeah. Funny.
The next one, again,
doesn't surprise me either.
Honda Ridgeline. Honda's done a lot with this. I mean, I think a lot of times they make them look a lot more rugged as they are. Because, in fact, the photo we have, they're hauling Honda motorcycles with a Honda side by side, and the Ridgeline's always been one of those things where I was like, I don't know if I would take it off road.
It's the perfect vehicle for driving up a gravel road that's been graded.
one of those really nice like driveways in Medina that has grass on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's actually a pretty nice runaround vehicle. I mean, for light duty, which I think, if we're being honest, probably 95% of truck users are light duty truck users who want bigger vehicles.
Yeah.
Or just they want a giant trunk. It's actually pretty nice. But 70% on that one as well.
I'm not surprised. I mean, again, Lincoln, Alabama. I think that Honda must just have a huge factory there where they're pumping out, because they've got this, got the Odyssey, and then they've got the Passport, I think.
Yeah, the Pilot as well.
Oh, the Pilot, sorry.
Yeah, Passport and the Pilot are both on this list. Yeah, so they're all at 70%. So Honda's pretty much owning the American car market, and then.
Why do you need a 10-speed transmission? What is the point? I mean, but all these Hondas have 10-speed transmissions.
So does the Raptor.
Does it? Well, I mean, the Raptor I get because if you're towing more things, but I mean, some of these cars, like, they really are the I don't want to say mom-mobiles, but they're around town.
Just better mileage. I mean, I think it's probably 6 gears plus 4 overdrives to really dial it in.
Yeah,
okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, Honda has what, like 6 or 7, 6, 5, and 4 with the Passport, and then the Pilot. Which again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, and I think they're pretty much all the same vehicle anyway, with different pinnings. I mean, it's probably the same V6, but the same transmission.
I don't know if the frame's the same. Like, like with Subaru, all the frames, like the cross-track to everything up is the same frame. But I don't know if it's the same thing with this, but it's, yeah.
So, yeah, the next one makes me laugh. 1% more than the Chrysler 300 is the Charger.
Yeah, which just means it's one more. I mean, I like the Charger, but then again, I also come from the old school, the fact that I believe the Charger always should have been a 2-door.
Yep.
The Challenger could have been a 4-door. I mean, don't want to get too out there.
They both should have been 2-doors. Well, I mean, the Challenger was always a 2-door. And so,
I mean, the Hellcats and the Elephants and stuff like that make them pretty cool cars, unless there's one behind you with red and blues. But still a great car.
Right.
Yeah.
The next one shouldn't come as too much of a surprise. Jeep Cherokee, 71%, just edging out the competition.
I mean, and this is just to be clear, this is the Cherokee. This is not the Grand Cherokee. This is the baby Jeep, which are still great. We've seen a ton of them out at the Avants off-road events, and they do really good.
Yep.
Really well, I guess. That's probably My phone's not keeping up, so the next one has not come up yet.
Oh, yeah. This article, I blame Car and Drivers, is where we're sourcing this from. The next one should come as no surprise at all. Number 2 spot, Chevy Corvette. Yes. Mullet not included, but often accessorized with.
Tell you, there's a lot of purists out there that don't like that new Vet. I really do like it.
I love it.
A ton of them around here. I've actually seen a few of the new convertibles coming out of there, but and I love the photo they used of it, like launching off the ground. But
yeah, it's literally jumping in the photo, which is instant void warranty, but probably really fun up until that moment.
Well, they're doing it; it's fine. And then, as you know, that is the classic, the Bowling Green, Kentucky factory, where all good things come from there. Yeah,
and number 1 on this spot, which again, the most Ford Mustang.
Does it even? Are they making them anymore?
Yeah, it's the Camaro. I think that's just discontinued.
Okay. Oh, I knew they were making I knew they were making that new electric, the e-tron or whatever it is. Yeah. But I didn't know. For some reason, I thought that they had stopped making Mustangs. But I love the new Cobra, the GT500. It's one of the most. Yeah, look, there's one right down here in Drivers Club, and it's beautiful. But 77%. 760 horsepower V8 in the GT500. Jeez.
Yep.
American made.
Cleveland, Ohio for the 2.3, which, by the way, the 2.3 liter 4 in that thing is 310 horsepower and 330 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah. The tiny turbocharged 4-cylinder. That's
you mean the small one that everybody's driving around on small roads in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that thing, that's pretty sweet. Like, that's not a low number.
No, I mean, it never has been. But, I mean, the Mustang has always had that appeal of being able to, you were still that's why you rented a Mustang, so you could do burnouts, because you couldn't do burnouts with your car at home, but you'd go, so
77% is pretty sweet, though.
I mean, that's enough American. Yeah, that's enough red, white, and blue.
You know what I'm surprised I didn't see on this list, and I couldn't find it, is the Wrangler. I thought I would see more of that. I thought there was more.
I think I know the engines are here and the transmission.
It's FCA. I wonder where it's all sourced from. The V6.
God, I mean,
who knows?
Have you seen the electric Wrangler?
Yeah, I have actually. There's quite a few of them around Moab, or not around Moab, but McCall.
And nobody sees the ironic part that Jeep's going to go dig up a bunch of the trailheads to put in electric charging stations at the beginning of these trails to save the environment. And that's the last vehicle that you want to be like, oh, we're in the middle of the Rubicon Trail and it stopped. Oh, you bricked it? Well, it's not going anywhere. Better get a helicopter.
Got a solar charger.
Jeez.
See you in 4 days.
I don't know. It's like... And if you don't know, there's a lot of regulation coming down that they're talking in the automotive industry as far as electric vehicles and emissions. And
I'm fine with electric. It's cool stuff seeing them do that, but at the same time, that's just a time and a place. And off-road, it can be done, but let's talk about those are changing conditions rapidly. Yeah, off-road. Of all the places I would not want to have an electric vehicle, it would just be off-road. I could handle it if I lost, somewhere on a highway, but
piercing a battery as you're rock crawling.
You know it's going to happen.
Of course.
Just drop some acid all over the floor.
It's okay. It's fine. I wonder if that would work. If you pierce the rock and then the acid eats the rock, could you get off the rock? Does that work that way? I don't know.
If you've seen any off-road vehicles, it's rollovers, and I'm like, ooh, that's...
I'm fine with the environment being saved, and I
of course.
get that, but I also... I was laughing. You know, it's and everybody's Ford's doing with the new truck, and then what Chevy's doing it with all their electric vehicles, and Dodge is putting the Hellcat engine in a minivan. So the good stuff.
Thanks, Dodge.
I want to see them put the elephant engine. I would drive that. I think I would actually drive that. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Pull up to school, just whoa. You don't have any children here. I know. I just wanted to rev my engine. That
Probably still frowned about that, but
yeah, frowned upon. They got to catch you. So it's I think it's going to be an interesting summer. We're less than a month out from the I will never get the name right. It's our event.
The Backcountry Discovery Run?
That too. Monkey Run on that. Monterey is happening this year. It's going to be a good year.
It's going to be packed in Monterey this year.
I don't know. I truly think there's enough fright and fear in this world that
Are they serving gluten?
No,
it's California.
Saying, I understand, but I think if California, I'm not saying it's necessarily California. I think there's just a lot of people out there. Let me put it this way: a lot of people that go to Monterey for the big car shows and stuff that are elderly.
That's true.
And this attacks the elderly.
Yeah,
so
definitely be a hot spot for them.
But
so.
but just go hang out with everybody else. It's fine. Texas is doing it. Florida's doing it. It's fine. So.
Did you see my new exciting summer toy?
What'd you get?
John Deere X370. It arrived.
Is it in John Deere green?
It is John Deere green.
Nice.
Power steering.
Did you have to build it?
No.
Did it come with a cup holder?
It did.
Oh, a little TV that flips?
No, not yet. I do. I'm waiting for the mower was delivered. I got the rear bagger system with the dump from the seat.
Okay.
Because I have the property now, so I don't.
So you really don't ever have to. I mean, really, if you've got a attachable urinal, you don't have to get off this thing.
That's right. I got the cart. I got the armrests.
Okay.
I got the brush guard in the front.
How long before we get one of those things that like combine people have where it clips onto the steering and then it drives itself by GPS?
I do want one of those. Those are so cool. It has power steering, in which
Hey, if a combine can do it, we can put it on a tractor.
So I was reading and doing all my research as I overly do, and I was trying to find like that sweet spot because I want to get a tractor too. I'm going to need one of those too, and so it's like, well, I don't want to go overkill on the lawnmower because it's for the lawn, and the tractor will do the fields and the pasture and all that. But I kept reading online, they're like, yeah, the power steering is really nice, and you'll find yourself needing like, it's not hard to drive a riding lawnmower, but I had no idea. They were dead right. Like you can literally steer that thing with one finger.
That's nice.
And it's got a super tight turning circle, and so it's.
So this is a ride-on lawnmower, but it has the availability of the accessories if you wanted to take it to be more.
It doesn't have an external PTO.
Okay.
And so that's the big difference is you need a rear PTO to pull a box blade or anything like that, and they don't have a lift, we call it a loader on the front or anything like that. And so that will be I'm going to get a subcompact tractor, just a 1025R. I don't need anything crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. But amongst other projects. But it is a lot of fun.
Have you just been driving it around?
Not as much as I wanted to, but I have been driving a little.
Can I go play with it? I just want to drive in the driveway.
Yes, you can. You can definitely come play with it.
Absolutely.
You need to come play with it. Come see the new place.
Yeah.
I've only been there a day, so.
Well, I mean, that's right. You don't have air conditioning, so you're kind of working your way. Okay.
No, they're coming the 7th. Thank God.
You say that now. Until they put that estimate down, you're like,
no,
I'll be hot.
I knew what it was going to cost.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is I pre-ordered air conditioners for the house. 3 of them, in fact.
Oh,
and
okay.
They all came. None of them fit.
Oh.
Not a one, because I have those stupid fold-out windows.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't order a portable one because I thought they were slide up. And like I said, I've only been in the house like twice. I didn't think about it. They don't fit the guest house or the regular house or the shop or anything. So everything's just a giant hot box. So I need to get a portable air conditioner. But the good news is it was very easy to sell 3 air conditioners for more than I paid for them.
I was going to tell people, and I did this, and I actually got the idea, I think, originally from you.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
Yeah, if you have a fold-out window and you're in an apartment or something like that, you can go to places like Tap Plastic, and they will make you an insert. It takes a little bit, but it really saves your butt. So yeah,
you can get this could be a tip. It's not really a car-related thing, but the easiest way to do that for them, and I learned this a long time ago from my dad, is you get
the screen.
The screen, if you have a screen. If you don't, which a lot of places oddly don't, you can get insulation foam and mount it in there and cut that out to the shape you need and then bring them that. You just want to make sure you're really careful with cutting it out so they get the exact shape down.
Yeah.
Those guys will do great. Then you get some sandpaper, you can get it just right.
It works really well. I mean, and it's funny because people will come to me and knock on my door and be like, where'd you get that? Like, how did you do that? Like, because apparently from outside it just looks like the hose is floating in the middle of the window. So, works. Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, let's take our next break. We'll come back. We'll talk about a lot that's coming up with Avants. We'll be right back.
Grandpa, what do you call this thing again? It's a 66 Ford Bronco.
I think you got ripped off.
Why is that, honey?
It's got no Wi-Fi, no USB port, no Bluetooth.
Exactly. I guess we'll just have to talk.
Sometimes the best way to connect is to disconnect.
Is that the window button?
It's called a window crank.
Cool. The faster I move it, the faster it goes down.
This moment of escape was created by Haggerty
Being old is kind of cool, Grandpa.
Works for me.
for people who love cars.
And we're back. I missed Avants off-road.
It was a great time. It was a little windy, unfortunately, but
Fly, be free, giant tent.
it could not have happened. We were literally our tent was down. We were just getting ready to take the poor Avants tent, the brand new Avants tent, and it topped over. So, but the course, the new course is great. They expanded the course. They went out there and redid. They cut it into the marsh more. It's, and then having
not wetlands for the environmentalists. Yeah. We didn't cut into wetlands.
No. It's into the bark wetlands the bark wetlands, the natural occurring bark out there. And then we had I forgot the name of them, and we should, but the mobile detailing company came out and washed everybody off with eco-friendly stuff, which was great. But the new course, everybody loves it. The people that have been on the old course. We had everything from a Mini Cooper. I forgot the name. It's the 2-door off-road car. I forgot the name of it. Cool car to a military-grade H1 that came out and was.
I saw the photos.
I don't think there was any flex on that thing. Like, he was going over things. And I don't think it was even flexing. Like, it was just, there was nothing he couldn't obviously climb over. But
that's cool.
Yeah.
So there's another one of those the 17th. If you want to come out and say hi, we will be there.
It's the third Saturday of every month, I think, or
yes,
second.
That's the goal. I think you said. Yeah,
right now.
So. But yeah, I will be at that one, obviously.
Come see Dan and I before we go on our adventure, and we may not be back for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might ride the lawnmower down.
Oh, God.
Just drag the tent behind it.
You realize that George Jones got a DUI on a lawnmower. It can happen. I'm not saying you drink and drive. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't take the lawnmower if I was.
Yeah,
but, yeah. I do have a cart for the lawnmower, so I'll just take the tent and everything in that.
That's even better. We can turn it into an ice chest. I mean, yeah. So
needless to say, I'm like neighbors with Dirtfish now, and I'm very happy about that.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. Okay.
Up after that, July 24th is the Mercer Island Cruise the Loop and Car Show.
That's fun. Last year there was
really fun.
Ironically, I think there was a ton of people, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and downtown Mercer Island is just a cool place to walk around. So another fun one with our sponsors, Avant and Griot's. Griot's Motors open house on July 25th. If you haven't seen Griot's Motors, this isn't the standard showroom where they have all of their stuff for sale, which is also beautiful to go look at because the cars there are awesome. But Griot's Motors is the restoration, stuff like that. You'll see some really cool stuff down there.
Yeah.
And then Avants Fest, we should talk about that. It's a festival with Avants and all the members, and it's August 1st.
August 1st, so it's going to be great. Not a lot of details have been revealed yet. Obviously, Krissy will know more when she gets up and running. Yeah. I'm sure she'll be a big part of that. And if you don't know, and a lot of people ask me about this, tell me, Radwood is coming back to the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Tickets are on sale. They will be out at Dirtfish. I think it's in September, if I remember correctly. But it was a lot of fun last time. I mean, and I'm not just saying that because I was loaned a truck that happened to win its category. But so it was a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited everything's happening so close to me now.
Yeah, it's going to be so easy. You can walk to everything, which is ironic because there'll be car events. But yeah, so.
Yeah, I probably still wouldn't walk, but maybe I'll ride a horse. That's my goal.
Do you have a horse?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I got a barn.
You're really going for this. You're going for this Green Acres thing, aren't you?
I am.
This is going to be one of those things where you're going to have a really nice barn with all these horses and an R8 sitting in the middle of it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the goal. I have a bunny.
You have a bunny?
I have a bunny named Bear.
Okay.
It came with the house.
Okay. You actually have a bunny, not like a wild bunny.
No, I have a bunny named Bear. Oh. He's adorable. He's very soft.
That's one of the add-ons, huh? Is a bunny.
Okay. Came with the house. I got a bunny named Bear, and there's deer and other rabbits all over all the time. But my bunny is Bear.
Keep Bear away from all the other bunnies, or you'll have a lot of bunnies. A plethora of bunnies.
He's very friendly, but I don't think he likes other rabbits. So. I don't know.
Oh, so he doesn't like other rabbits. I see how it is.
He has a harness. He looks adorable in it. It's not very good he doesn't like getting it put on, but this
image of you out walking a bunny with this harness on.
You never know.
Did you walk the bunny today? I'm going to get on it.
I'll bring him to the Dirtfish event.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, mascot. Absolute mascot. Yeah. I'm sure there'd be a bunch of kids there willing to pet him.
He's very friendly. He likes to be pet.
That's nice.
I was expecting to get my finger bitten off, but nope, he's cool.
Do we know? I don't know how. I think it went really well, but the Avants did that Avants did that off-road drive a couple weekends ago.
Oh, Moses Lake.
In Moses Lake, and I think that was a lot of fun. It was funny because during the off-road event, somebody had figured out that they sold those flags somewhere out there, and so somebody went and did a run and got a bunch of the flags for the next weekend to be in the dunes. But I unfortunately did not have anything that would climb in the dunes or was going to make it. So
KLR with a paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's bad enough. Like I keep saying, like I have not tipped it over yet. So. Yeah.
Turn around backwards, bend with the knees, and lift. You can lift over anything that way.
Yeah. I mean, just don't grab anything hot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, there was one victim in that run I saw. Somebody with a newer Ford Ranger hit the face of a dune that was a little steeper than they expected, and that I think hit the lower core support a little bit. So
we have a strong Ford Ranger community in the Avants. Like, I mean, I think we had 6 of them on the last event.
Yeah.
And one of them had his own custom-made Avants flag that I was like, oh, are we selling those now? He's like, no, I just had it made. I was like, that's cool.
There are a few members who have made their own T-shirts, customized their own Avants accessories. It's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Oh, and the last thing I want to talk about with Avants is the magazine came out.
Yeah.
We have
lots of great photos of us.
Yes. We looked great in that magazine.
We did. We really did. We really did. Yeah. The important things.
Those are available at any Avants partner. And a little bird told me, if you stay at Salish Lodge, you can, in your dresser drawer, you'll find an Avants magazine and a Bible. Take your pick.
Nice.
Yeah. So next time you're at Salish.
I mean, you should drive out to Salish. Say hi to all the valets out there. They're all good guys. Go out and have a drink and some dinner at the attic.
Message them ahead of time. Let them know that we sent you.
Yeah.
They'll hook you up. Just message Salish Lodge Valet directly and tell them, hey, RCS said to get a hold of you guys and let you know I'm on my way up there.
If that doesn't work, Dan just lives up the street. Just go ahead and park in his driveway.
Yeah, you can walk down.
You can walk the bunny down.
Yeah, I'll put you on the lawnmower.
Valet,
put you in the cart.
It's a valet bunny. So.
My goal, I'm going to get a horse and I'm going to ride it there for dinner one of these days.
I see.
Tie it up outside the valet.
Not exactly sure where they're going to put that, Dan.
Tie it to a post. It's good.
Just please take the bridge across.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's every time I've been up there, it's been. I can tell you're excited about your new place.
Shorts, cowboy boots, cowboy hat, riding a horse. Perfect country scene.
I don't know if I've been a good influence on you. I feel like these are things you would have never done before, and then that's like. You're friends with me, and it's like, oh, we could get away with this. Yeah, Yeah. So, yeah.
Where do I mount lights on this thing?
Don't do that. She will blame me. She will absolutely. She'll be like, did you do this? I didn't do that. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to do that. Yeah. We get twin ponies. Thunder and Flash. Fun.
They got to be mini ones, though.
Oh, absolutely. Miniature ponies named Thunder and Flash. Absolutely. Yeah. One's black, one's white. And they're a little bit taller than the monkeys, so our feet just barely touch the ground. Yeah.
I feel like we would both be charged with animal abuse for that.
Oh, of course. Yeah, exactly. That poor horse's back is broken. It was before I started, so that's not my fault.
Just put it in the cart behind the lawnmower. It'll be fine.
It's even better. Oh, we could totally make a horse trailer out of your Harbor Freight trailer. Just pulling it behind the Raptor. So, in
case anybody was wondering how our minds work, here you go. Enjoy the last part of the show.
How random it goes. So, well, it's good to have you back. We're working on some really exciting guests coming up.
Yeah, we have 2 really good ones coming up.
Yeah, got to pin them down. It's like wild people.
I know. So, yeah. And Krissy, we need to get you back on the show to talk about your new roles. So please, I know you're listening.
Yeah,
come say hi.
We know you're listening. We know you're there.
So.
I know you got a new boat, too. So.
Yeah. A really nice boat.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, go have a drink with Brandon Benpal. I'm not leaving that one out of there. I
think we're going to kill his liver, just so we're clear.
I know. Who else can we pick on?
I also the fact that he told us about it, and he's holding it up. Like, nobody told him he had to do it. So, who knows?
We haven't picked on PT Cruisers in a while. I'll find some fun facts for the next episode.
I mean, they're probably
it's not hard.
They're probably made by the Chinese now, so
there probably is a knockoff.
Oh God,
of a PT Cruiser.
There is. There is. I mean, boy, I'm really sad they stopped making those.
I saw. Speaking of which, when I was in Idaho, I saw it was a knockoff Jeep made by Tata. I forget the name of the country they're under, but they're Indian, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is not the same company that bought Hummer initially, and.
It might be. Maybe it's Mahindra. I don't know. I'm going to look it up, but it was a knockoff Jeep. It took me a second to figure it out. I think it's Tata.
I feel like it would cost 10 times more to buy a knockoff Jeep and bring it here. Like,
I have no idea. You see weird stuff like that out there, though, and it was kind of fun to see.
I won't buy American. I'm going to buy this knockoff Jeep. A Yeep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I like the weird stuff.
I'm going to leave it at that. For this episode of Rain City Supercars, I'm Nick.
I'm Dan, and don't just get there. Enjoy the drive.